Many times, writers write about people in their lives who are important to them. Today, we're going to listen to the story, The Last Stop on Market Street. It's about this young boy and his Nana or his grandma and the time that they spend together because she is an important person in this little boy's life. So, the story is The Last Stop on Market Street, and it's written by Matt de la Pena, and pictures are by Christian Robinson. Last stop on Market Street. I can already see that the setting of this story is in a city. CJ pushed through the church doors and skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but he never saw the straw. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't got a car?" "Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire, and old Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you." The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors swung open. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear, placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a good afternoon, and she made sure CJ did the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped, lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" CJ said. "Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side, and he watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what you know about seeing?" Nana told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "Oh, that's a fact. Noses, too," the man said, sniffing at the air. That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am." And Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in the back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. Nana set down her knitting. What for? You got the real live thing across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song? CJ didn't have to. The guitar was all ready, plucking strings and beginning to sing. To feel the magic of music, the blind man whispered, I like to close my eyes. Nana closed her eyes too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus and out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves, saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky, saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full. Oh, and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him a feeling of magic. The song ended, and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti tagged windows, and boarded up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes, when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what is beautiful. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arching over their soup kitchen. Soup kitchen is where people will go if they need to get food because they don't have any food of their own. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he had never even thought to look. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamps still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, I'm glad we came. He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, Me too, CJ. Now come on. And here you can see in this picture, there is CJ, and there's his Nana. And what they're doing is they're helping to feed people who need help, people who might not be able to buy food themselves, and they're hungry. So they come to the soup kitchen, and CJ and his Nana feed them. I can tell listening to this story that CJ and his Nana are very important to each other, and that his Nana is important in his life. Who is someone who's important in your life? Good writers will write about what they know, and sometimes good writers write about the important people in their lives.